and gentlemen. Welcome to Habano Saturday Live. Before we get going, let's just do a few things.
This is 2OF Entertainment.
Welcome to Habano Saturday, the fastest growing cigar show on YouTube with over 100,000 subscribers. Come join us every Saturday live. Every Saturday live.
We're here, kids. Good morning, everybody. It's welcome to another Saturday show. We should be live on Instagram and all the other places. How exciting is that?
Good evening.
I know. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're in the Pakistan, so you are whatchamacallit. You're at nighttime, yeah. And today let me just start off disappointing the fans right away. Rizza will not be joining us. Rizza was in the land of the Nazis. I mean Germany. I'm so sorry. At a cigar event where they were displaying ovens, which I don't really understand. But anyway, you can see that on our Instagram channels and whatnot if you want to see what Rizza was up to. Rizza will be back next week with interesting stories, probably not, about what happened at the event. We've seen the pictures. I nodded off halfway through. So there you go. Today we're going to talk about cigar accessories and cigars. But I have to ask our esteemed sommelier about this cigar that he sent me. What is this, my friend? Is this a Cuban? What is this?
Oh, very, very interesting.
I'm going to be smoking this. I'm smoking this one today, so I need to know what I'm about to smoke. And because what's his name? Let me put up the comment section here so people can be part of the show.
Yeah,
and the other thing I'm going to be smoking today, just so we're clear, I'll be smoking a Magnum 54 for all the boys and girls.
Beauty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. I'm going all out. And in honor of Usman, who smoked a short story last week, I'm going to smoke a long story. Here you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then to top off the weekend, I'm going to have an Asian hooker. No, I'm going to have my Opus X. And there you go.
Oh, my
There's
God.
the perfect that's the perfect weekend. So I will post the rest of that on Instagram as I do stuff.
Absolutely.
So there you go.
Yeah. Right.
There you go. Who knew? So tell me about the cigar with the K on it.
Right.
So what's this one?
Interesting. Okay, so you are talking about petrol. A little zoom out. Are you want me
to zoom out? Me or you?
You on the cigar. No, not that zoom out. Like, yeah, that one. That's fine. Okay, petrol. This is actually by a friend, Akos, who's based in Dubai. And he's launching a new brand by the name of Petrol for a few markets in the Middle East and maybe in Pakistan as well. This is a Nicaraguan cigar. That's what has been communicated to me. And this is primarily for the entrant market from a price point, but from a flavor profile, this is a medium body cigar. I've had the pleasure of smoking this one, and a few of my friends locally have also had this here in Pakistan, and the feedback is it is a decent cigar. A good thing it's not a short filler, so we're fine. And it's a decent cigar for an afternoon, evening. Obviously, it is medium bodied. So from that perspective, this is and a few of them even had a comment that it can actually become a good daily alternate to a lot of expensive ones. So I would smoke it and let me know how you compare it to your regular daily, which is the CEO Brazilian Amazon.
Oh no, that my regular daily now is changed thanks to Ruben. The Calistera Winds of the Daughter is one of my daily favorites now. And nice. That's a great smoke. And the Atabey is a great smoke. So I have changed my dailies. I still love the CAO, but these others are just, as we say, a beauty. So I'm enjoying those smokes right now.
Well, okay. Atabey is a great cigar. Casadagli, Daughters of the Wind is also a great cigar. The only thing is the price point on those is definitely lot different as compared to the CA or Brazilian Amazon.
Yes,
Because
that is a true
it was
statement.
like, so I am comparing this to that purely from a price point perspective,
Gotcha.
not from a flavor profile and all of that.
Okay.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much for joining, Laura. Habana News is here.
Hello, Havana News. Good to see you. Hey, the other thing, which is
Yeah.
interesting, on Thursday we moved to the new mega yacht. So we're going to get off this little measly 50-meter yacht. It's embarrassing when people come over. I don't know where to put the helicopter. So on Thursday we moved to the 175-meter yacht. Very exciting, and we can put the helicopter on it now. So now
Nice.
hopefully the furniture arrives in time. And I already know that the special patio set that I have ordered for the outside furniture for the back of the yacht, whatever that's called, the back of the yacht, because I'm not a nautical man, is coming from a very high-end exclusive store. I don't think they have it only here in Monaco. It's called Le Lâcher La Walmart. And I'm very excited about getting the furniture from them. I'm assuming it'll be here at any time. It cost millions to get that. So we're very excited. Hopefully they get it here by Saturday. If not, I will be sitting, I guess it's called the aft. Maybe if you're nautical, let me know. And it'll be a different show. And hopefully all the furniture arrives for the yacht because they have to stagnate. Again, people have to wear special shoes. It's a whole thing. But next week, hopefully I'll be smoking a cigar on the new yacht. But Thursday, we moved to the new yacht. Very exciting. It's a whole thing here in Monaco. We're having a big party. I would invite you, but why? And there you have it. So there you go. So send your cards and letters. And to the fans that like to keep sending me stuff, I have to give you the new address in Monaco. The old one won't work anymore. So there you have it. So that's it, kids. That's the yacht update. And if you're lucky, we'll give you a tour like Robin Leach used to do of lifestyles and the rich and famous. So there you have it.
Sounds great to me.
I know.
Right.
So I'm excited to try the petrol cigar. Very exciting. Cool. All right. So today, even though I can't spell to Havana News, I spelled hello wrong because I've been drinking heavily this morning because of the move. We're going to discuss accessories because
not only that,
we're going to do that. And Usman's smoking. What are you smoking? I showed everybody on my Instagram what I'm smoking.
So I was going to say for the show, since we are a cigar show, as I said, when I sent the link to a lot of friends who are there on my Instagram and WhatsApp. So I said there'll be a new cigar I'll be talking about. This is a cigar which is again a new cigar. V Cigars is the name, a virtuosity as they call it. And this is also by a gentleman whom I met last year in December at the Trinidad 55th anniversary Doha, Qatar, who happened to be right next to me. And then since we were there in the show for like 4 or 5 hours for the event, we struck a chord and we started talking. And at the end, he told me that he also has a cigar brand that he is introducing to the hobby that he's doing and all of that. So then earlier this year, he was kind to send me a sampler box. This is one of those half Corona, short Corona type size. The cigar is the fun part is the different cigars. So they are a mixed one, as most of the non-Cubans are, where there is a Dominican wrapper and an Ecuadorian binder and a Nicaraguan filler and all of that stuff. So this is the one which I have not smoked, so I'm going to smoke it today on this show. But just to let you know, a lot of people can find this in the Middle East, especially in a lot of duty-frees in the Middle East. You can see V Cigars, and that is there. And other than that, in Dubai, I have been told that it is now available on a few of the cigar shops and few of the restaurants and all of those places.
Can I ask you, have you smoked this? Have you smoked this before? Or is this going to be your first time smoking it?
I've smoked the other Vitolas, not this one. I've smoked the Pyramidas. I've smoked the Pyramidas. I've smoked the Robusto. I've not smoked this one, so this is the first time I'm smoking it. The other two I really liked, especially the Pyramidas. I really liked. As we say, we shouldn't be comparing it, but from a notes perspective, that sounded very much to me like what you say, Vegas Robina San Cristobal types of a profile. This one has a darker wrapper. I'm not sure what to expect out of it, so let's see.
All right, we're going to do that.
So that's the thing. So for now, I would first light it up, and then we will move on to last week. We had a feedback from few of our very regular viewers who join the show, who share their feedback with us, and all of that as well. That we should have those 5 minutes, 10 minutes of instructional or cigar knowledge sections revived back. And we were very clear that the reason for the Habano's history is not happening was that we've kind of covered all the 27 brands. But then
we're going to give other histories, though. We'll do other histories. So
absolutely.
There you go.
So we'll do that, and also we would, and there was like, why don't you tell us more about the cigar accessories and all that stuff? So I said, as the first step, let's do for the next 4 or 5 weeks talk about the cigar accessories.
Are you going to light your cigar first?
Yes, I'm going to light my cigar.
Light your cigar, and here we're going to do this while you light your cigar. Watch this. And there you go. You didn't light it in enough time, kids. I'm sorry. So we'll do this one.
Oh my God!
Oh, there you go.
See, David's giving you very interesting tools to play.
David gave me toys to play with while he was away, and he regrets it because now every one of my messages to him has all this stuff in it. And as Usman lights the cigar for you people on the podcast, here you go. Very excited that he can do that. I'm a 5-year-old with this stuff. It's great. That's all I know how to do is push those buttons. So, all right, there you go. Look at that. He's smoking a cigar. Welcome to the show, fans.
First puff is interesting. It is.
That's not a good sign. Like, first puff is interesting. If you need to light another cigar, it's okay. It's a live show. Don't worry.
Well, see, it's too soon to comment on that part. For the other two that I've smoked, I've not been able to think anything but good things about it. And it was a pretty decent cigar. See, my point is, since I smoke kind of everything, yes, I am a primarily 90% Cuban smoker, but then the 10% is for me dabbling into almost anything and everything to try it out so that I know what is out there. And there are a few things that I really like from the non-Cuban or the platform. And the fact is, but the thing is that when I am smoking a non-Cuban, I kind of train my mind and tell my mind that this is not going to be a Cuban, so I don't expect, that kind of flavor profiles or complexity or anything like that from a cigar, because I know that is something which I have yet to find from a lot of other cigars, other than maybe Padrones, if I would say. I have been able to figure out, and I've been able to get that complexity and that richness of the flavor profiles, but not in a lot of other Cuban cigars. I mean, if I'm not wrong, and if I was reading right, even yesterday, I was seeing Aaron Sigmund's story while he had written on the Davidoff Chef's Edition that it is one of the categories where he would rank it as hold as per his rating, which means it would age reasonably well. And then he was like, it is. There was some harshness in the beginning and all that stuff, but he thinks
I had it last week, by the way. I had that. If you looked at my Instagram, I smoked one after Riza went to his little party on Saturday with Roy and forgot to invite the Jew, because you know how it is. They don't like Jews. So I had one on Sunday, and it wasn't a bad smoke. I mean, it's 55 US for the cigar. So for 55 US, I expected a lot better. And here's what's sad. The Attaboy is about $30 or $40 in the US.
Yeah.
And the Winds of the Daughter is about 22. I would smoke the Winds of the Daughter or an Attaboy before I'd smoke the Chefs. And to Aaron's point, he's probably correct. I probably needed to age it to the next century.
The last part of the comment from Aaron was very interesting, where he said that regardless of whether and how it would age, it was very unidimensional and very much lacking of that complexity part that he's been saying.
And by the way, we have a new fan that says hello, gentlemen. Apparently, he's watching a different show. Yeah, he says hello, gentlemen. I'm sure right away. I don't know what show this guy's watching, but we'll go with that. He says I've been digging through our shows. He's digging through. It's on YouTube. You don't have to dig. You push a button, but close enough for government work. He likes the episodes. He's currently smoking Array de Mundo.
Array del Mundo de mi Tesi.
Thank you. And he's having a sweet espresso, which I mean. I wish we were a coffee show now, but that's nice. Look at him.
Nice.
Well, it depends. Now, it's over under. It depends where he is, though. If he's in America, I can see it. If he's in like Europe having an espresso, it means he had a nice lunch and he's having a nice stogie. So it'd be good to see over under where you are, so we know if we can criticize you some more for fun. And then that's it. So
it's an interesting cigar choice. So. And since it's a small cigar that he's smoking, I'll put my guess. Well, maybe I'm absolutely wrong. I'm guessing he's somewhere where it is still morning or afternoon kind of, and day expression kind of thing, because it is, it is towards the western side, not towards the eastern side of the world, where it is almost evening already.
That was a good guess. I'm thinking it's somewhere between, I don't know, like 7:30 in the morning to like midnight. That's what I'm going with. And it could be somewhere where the sun may be up. The moon could be up, but it's he's on land. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. You're absolutely right.
Wow.
So now, so for this week, what I have thought about is the accessories, and this is about the cigar cases. I mean, we talk a lot about cigars and all of that, but we always have to go somewhere in the evening or wherever you have to just go for a party, or even if you have to just go somewhere to smoke. So there are ways to carry your cigar, obviously. There are a lot of people I've seen who would just put their cigar in their pocket and they would go. There are a few people who I've seen would put them in Ziploc bag or a Humi pouch, and they will take it. And then there are, he's from Germany. I'm smoking this tiny cigar on an empty stomach. That's why I chose a small cigar to start the day with an espresso. I slept in very late today. See, he's still he's in the early afternoon kind of stuff.
He's hanging out with Riza. So there you go. They're in Germany together.
My God helps him. Now that he's with Raza, but okay, so but see, people who are a bit crazy, I would say, freaks like me, they want to carry their cigars in cigar cases. There are a lot of other people, because cigar smoking is not just cigar smoking; it's more like a lifestyle and a ritual for a lot of us. And these little toys are something that we really dabble into, and we go and buy these.
You okay?
Yeah, absolutely. So for today, I've kind of brought in 8-10 different kind of cigar cases that I'd be sharing and showing, and also kind of doing a little review on them, on what's the pros and what are the cons of a few of them. So to start off with, I would go with one of the globally known brand that a lot of people know, that is St. Dupont. So again, when we talk about the packaging and all that stuff, really nice with a velvety cover and casing and all that stuff. So this is a St. Dupont 2 cigar case, and this is a gold base, metal base with blue leather design. This was launched on specifically to accompany the launch of Linea Maestra in Partagas, Habana's brand. That is why the blue leather and the leafy structure, which corresponds to the Linea Maestra blue. Again, most of the cigar cases by St. Dupont have the metal base, unless you're talking of the older ones where it was all leather. So metal base and leather covering on this. Again, it looks nice. It has a very crisp feeling to it. It is sturdy enough and strong enough that even if it falls down from your hand, or if something gets pressed in, or is just like this, it will hold its structure, and so the cigars in it would stay safe. One downside, again, one of the most important things for a cigar case is that it should retain the humidity, and I think this one retains that, because you have to actually, even despite after a lot of use, you have to put some force and take the leather casing out, so that ensures there's a proper air tightening in the case. And again, it's sleek, it's smart. It can even be put into your front pocket if you want to, or the coat pocket, or a jacket, and you can
Wait,
carry
you
it.
said it. You said it's smart. I have a question for it. How much wood could a woodchucker chuck if a woodchucker could chuck wood? I want to see how smart it is. Oh, you mean smart looking? Never mind. I'm sorry. I'll go back to sleep. So.
Thank you very much, because I absolutely did not get what you all said, and I could not even. The only word that I could recognize in the entire thing was wood. Nothing other than
Well,
that.
sure, and that has a whole different connotation. No, I was being a smart ass because you said it was smart, so I was going to ask it how smart it was, but that's
Right.
okay. It's very beautiful. I like it very
Yeah.
much.
Having said that, this is metal and leather casing only, so you can use it for a short time. You
Right.
cannot keep it for, like, if you're traveling somewhere for like 3-4 days. I wouldn't be ideally keeping my cigars in this, because I'm not sure how it would keep them, and the humidity part might be a concern over that long period of time, because it does not have any wood to allow the cigars to breathe from that perspective. So that's
Here's what the audience thinks of that one. There you go. There you go.
Now I will go to a brand uh, which is
And just so
actually,
everybody knows, we're not being sponsored by any of these brands. Wink,
oh
wink.
yes,
So
very clearly, very clearly. Even the cigars that we were talking about, those were just as friends shared with each other. Nothing's being
right.
sponsored, and all of these are purchases made by self. The St. Dupont case that I was referring to is somewhere around $300.
There you go.
That I paid for. The next case that I'm talking about is also, again, specific to something, but this is a company based out of Spain, if I'm not wrong. Cigarte is the Instagram handle. So Cigarte is a company that has the official licensing from Habanos to manufacture cigar accessories for the Habanos brands specifically, and also the La Casa del Habano franchises. Hence, this is a cigar case which is made by Cigarte specific for the La Casa del Habano franchise. Hence, the red theme about it. Very nicely done. This is the cigar case that we're talking about. Comes, again, leather. This is pure leather, the old classic style, where with a La Casa del Habano insignia on it. The base is black. Okay, now if you see, it has a slightly slit into this, which tells you that you can only have a certain ring gauge in this. But this one, if I'm seeing, so this one can take around 60 ring gauge of cigars. How it
Nice.
comes in, and if you see, they have these two strong cardboard tubes that are inserted to keep the leather in shape, and this is how it looks nice. So that's basically how the cigar case looks like, and these are the cigar tubes. While you might, few of the friends might also think, how cheap is he still has these, and all of that. My thing is, since I collect a lot of accessories and I buy a lot of them, I have the habit of keeping them in the shape so that I can use them, and I use them very regularly. Just I try to take care of them by keeping them in their original format, and hence,
I actually have a leather case as well. I do the same thing. I have the cardboard circulars. I stick it in every time I'm
Mhm.
done. I put it back in its little cute pouch that I got it in, and I use it every Saturday and Sunday. And then I use that, and I also have the new cigar travel thing that you sent me,
Yeah.
which I'll be actually taking to the cigar store today, because my
Mhm.
little 3-finger leather case can only hold
Yeah.
3, and as you
Uh,
saw, we'll be traveling with 4. So I have
nice.
to now
Very
I
good.
have to up my game and look like I'm a professional. cigar guy. Because RZA made me all of a sudden an influencer, so I have to play the part, and I have no clue of what I'm doing. So, if it wasn't for everybody telling me what I'm supposed to do when it comes to that, I'd still be clueless. So there you go. So yeah, you got to keep it. You got to keep everything looking new.
Sounds great. So this one I purchased from, if I'm not wrong, Bahrain. So it has a BD sticker on this, and it was for US dollars 80. Is
80. That's a great price for that. Everybody should go out and get one right now.
So Cigardi has some great pricing. I would say Cigardi has a very good pricing. So this is from there.
Very nice.
Now
look at you,
I'll be moving.
collector.
Thank you. Now I'll be moving to something which I purchased from Dubai a few years ago from the La Casa del Habano. Since we were on the La Casa del Habano in Dubai. This one is a navy casing. Again, if you see, it was a very nice box. Comes in a velvet pouch and all that stuff. But this is a very, very interesting one because this is how it looks. It has a zipper on it. This is the La Casa del Habano insignia engraved into the leather. It is leather. But the fun part is it has a zipper and it has cedar lining inside. So that is where it controls. And the fact is that since it is completely plain, you can actually keep cigars that are even bigger than the 60 ring gauge for the new ones. And if you want, so you can keep this. And because of it being an airtight zipper, the humidity stays in. It has cedar lining in it. So this is one of those where if I have to go somewhere and I know that it is going to be 24 to 36 hours, but I'm going to be 1 to 2 days, and I just need 2 to 3 cigars, I can take them and I can keep it. It's very, very sleek. It's very nice and can hold its form.
Very cool. Well, Ruben, our friend from Ruben from the Eastern Hemisphere, sometimes in the Western Hemisphere, we just don't know. Ruben says the case you just showed him, he says, that's what a serious cigar smoker do with their accessories. See, you're getting look at the kudos you're getting from the Ruben. So there you go. If Ruben says it, it's like almost factual. So it's
I agree with you. I agree with you. He's a brother in the gym. So that's again, the fun part is this was less than $50, if I'm not wrong, from the Dubai La Casa del Habano. So I guess this is something which they got made for themselves, but very nicely done. So you can get them from Dubai if you have anyone. Now, I'm going to
listen. If you want to just fly to Dubai, fly through Qatar. Israel probably won't be bombing it that week. And then you go to Abu Dhabi, and you can go into Dubai, and you can go and get your cigars accessories. And for some reason, if you're worried about that, you just order online. A little safer. So just say.
So all the Letterbuck franchise shops in Dubai will have it.
There you go. Now, how's your cigar so far? Before we get to the next accessory, how are we doing? How are we doing with the cigar? Before you even tell us, let's just do this. How are we doing? We like it?
Oh, someone's saying too slow, but actually, His Highness, we are talking
Princess!
About,
look, Princess is watching the show. Hey, Princess, why don't you get on the show and then you can comment while you drive out of Nazi? But,
listen, Steven. We're actually doing a show. We're imparting some knowledge. We're sharing some accessories. If he comes, he's just gonna ruin everything. So just let him be wherever he is.
Oh my God. Oh, how the roles have reversed on this show. Let me tell you. Okay, well, Princess, thank you for your comment that the show is too slow.
Yeah.
We greatly appreciate it. But since you can't make it today because you're too busy being a celebrity influencer in Nazi land, when you're back next week, you can tell us how it sucked. But while Princess is doing this, we will talk more about some cigar accessories, and you can also tell us how's your smoke so far.
So cigar again, mild smoke, not medium body. I can actually have some very interesting cedary and woody notes out of it, and I can also have some nut profile in this. So I think I'm liking the cigar so far.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir. Laurent says, Juan, can you please describe the taste for a Cuban-only smoker? Um, okay. So in terms of the relevance, that would be, I would say, Laurent, I would say somewhat towards more of lower end Portugas. When I say lower end Portugas, which is a millifleur kind of stuff, where it is not that strong from a Portugas profile perspective, but it has somewhat profile on that side. If I describe it from my perspective, I think it's more like cedry and woody notes with some nutty profile in it, and that's what I'm getting. Good construction so far, good draw, and this has a ringage of somewhere about 52, if I'm not wrong.
Wait, let
For
me
a short.
let me interrupt you really quick. Here's first of all, under our friend from Germany who's just waking up from a hangover and with an Asian hooker, who wants to know what you're smoking again because he wasn't
So
paying attention.
this is V Cigars, been launched in Middle East, Virtuosity or something, and this is a gentleman named Patrick who owns it. You can look up at Instagram by checking out V Cigars, and you would be finding the link for all of what they produce. Laurent, yes, it is not that strong. No, it's not. Well, yes, maybe from this perspective, because it was small, it looked like 54 or 56, but no, it is not more than 52 for sure.
Yeah. And then the other question we have is from Ali K, one of the usuals. He says, "Hey, Usman," he must be talking to you because I'm not Usman. What's your opinion about the Project Carbon cigar case / bag?
Okay, Alike, thank you very much for coming in again, and please bear with me. Maybe this is how we keep the hook on you for the next week. This week, I'm talking only of cigar cases. Since Project Carbon makes a lot of travel cases, which can carry your accessories and cigars and everything together. So next week is when we would be talking about the travel cases, and I will show a lot of travel cases, and that's when I would specifically describe the Project Carbon case as well. So please do give me time till the next week.
And two other things really quick. Our princess says, since she can't be on the show to say it, she says Aaron knows nothing about the Davidoff. I'm assuming it's Davidoff chef. The chef is great. I do agree. Not for the price point. Stephen, no, I'm not smoking on this yacht. I get to smoke next week on our personal yacht that we move on Thursday. But I am going to be smoking all of these, which I have posted on my Instagram. This is a cigar that Usman sent me. This is a Petrol. I've got a Long Story Fuentes. I've got a Magnum 54, and I have an Opus X. I'll be smoking those later today. You can follow me if you want on Instagram, and you can see how that goes. So yes, Army, I will be smoking. Sorry, not on the show. In the rented yacht, we're not allowed to. And then also,
Alike says, how
yep.
can you get a cigar accessory, Project Carbon specifically, that looks like a woman's handbag and lunchbox at the same time? Well, Ali, I will share all of that on the pros and cons next week. So do hang in there, and I will share with you what are the differences. Again, it purely depends on how you see things. And I'm not jumping the gun, and I'm not talking about that. There is a difference between a lot of accessories. So this week it is about cigar cases. Project Carbon that you're referring is primarily a travel humidor or a travel case rather than just a cigar case. So we'll talk about those next week. My kids changed my display pic and display name. This is oh my God, Sherry, what is wrong with you? Okay, so Sherry, I'm sitting in Dubai, one of my best friends. So Sherry, thank you very much. I think the kids have actually grown much, so they've changed the name to Army to tell you that that Army can actually sabotage whatever your plans are. So Sharar was also on the same table where Patrick and I were sitting, who owns this cigar brand. So Sherry, Stephen has been giving us this excuse of the rented yacht for now almost 3-4 months. We're just waiting this to get over, and hopefully by next week he would be back to his usual, where there is a scotch and cigar in the morning, and he's
First of all, it is a rented yacht. You can tell by this is not my decor. because there's no naked pictures of people. Anyway, and it's just, and we discussed this at the beginning of the show. It's only a little 50, 75 meter yacht. Can't land the helicopter. It's embarrassing. I can't give a tour. The new yacht, 150 meters. I can smoke. As we said, we're expecting the outdoor furniture from a very exclusive store, La Chez La Walmart. And we're hoping it gets here in time so I can sit outside next week and actually smoke during the show like I'm supposed to. So yes, I will. I'm doing my best. So, it's very tough here in Monaco. There's only 6 people and only 2 of them work. So, you know how this goes. So there you have
Okay, cool. Right. So now I'll move to the next, again, cigar cases.
Wait. Hold on.
I
Army,
know. I've
he has a
read
question.
I've read Sherry's question. I've read Sherry's question where he says, if I can only carry a cigar, spear, or perfect draw. Sherry, hang on there. Do not low, because I would answer this question a little later. That's how I would keep everyone just hooked to the whole thing. Right.
I'm sleeping. Go ahead. So.
Okay. Now I'm going to another brand, which is a UK-based brand. It was featured also in one of the articles at Cigar Aficionado where they were talking about the cigar cases with the Cuban flag on it. And they actually mentioned 3 cigar cases: VSB, LA Blue, and this is the third one, which is the London cigar holder. So that's how the packaging comes in, again, with the velvet case and all that. One of those few things we buy for the love of Cuba and having the Cuban cigar. So this again came in this is a 2 piece, again, 3 tubes in it. It can carry up to 56 to 58 ring gauge. This is how it looks when it is there. So the London cigar holder, I would say a very nice cigar case. Again, has despite a lot of usage, you have to apply force to get it out, and so very, very tight in terms of the humidity, and can survive a day. If you see and notice, this is also a cigar case which is for 3 cigars and not 2 cigars. So though the cigar case is very nice, this is not something that I can put in my pocket, but yes, it can be handy, and especially when you buy something with a Cuban flag, you primarily want to show it off, so you would keep it with you in your hand and all that stuff. So that's how I keep the cigar case.
In America, you wouldn't show that off because ICE would come in already.
I know. I can totally understand that part. Unless you're in Florida, somewhere where there's a lot of Cuban immigrants, I'm guessing you won't be able to show that part. So
that's why in Monaco we can. Now wait a minute, over under. I love the name. I don't know if we're talking about eggs or is betting. He says, perfect draw never worked really good for me. I prefer to dry box my cigars if the draw is bad. And you're the sommelier. What do you comment to that?
We will come back to that as well when I'm addressing this cigars. Right. So, thank you very much. Now I am moving to again.
You're moving to another city?
No, another very nice and very, very loved brand of mine. Very exclusive thing. Okay, so the cigar holder, if I'm not wrong, this is somewhere around 100 to 125 pounds when I bought it. I'm guessing the price has increased a bit, but it is a very good cigar case. Now I'm moving to something which has come from the European side. It is Pilibra Cigar Essentials. So again, very nicely done, very customized cigar cases with cedarwood portion and then leather portion on top. Very, very customizable. This was my first cigar case from them, which is the White Croco. So this is their list, and so they customized it by putting in my cigar handle logo. At the bottom, it says especially made for Osman, 100% cedar wood. If you can see here, it's a very nicely done.
No, we can't. We'll take your word for it. So.
Wait.
Dude, it looks like it just looks like somebody wrote something. No one can even read that. It's the internet. Right. Stop. We're good. We trust you.
And so they, I asked them. They've embroidered the Pakistan flag in it, and this is their logo. Very nice. So very nicely done. Up to 60 ringgit, 62 ringgit. You can hold them. So this was their first one, which I bought. And then since I liked them a lot, I ordered another one from them.
Of course you did.
Which was very much done for us in Pakistan. So they did a special edition with instead of the fleur de lis, they made the Pakistan flag components, which is the crescent and the star. This was a picture of mine that kind of did it. It says especially made for Cigar Guy PK, and this is limited edition, so it is 01 of 99.
Very nice.
Window.
And we can't see what's written, but we take your word for it.
And inside they've embroidered my name. The difference between this one and the white one is that now in this one they've improved their design. So the base is now, well, it was previously also 100% cedar wood. It is still 100% Spanish cedar wood, but previously it was two portions joined, combined with heating procedures and all that together. This is now crafted from a single piece of wood, so they have kind of taken it out. So hence I feel it is better. The only downside I sometimes feel with that is that the holding on the leather with this is sometimes not that strong, so the humidity element is slightly different. But given the fact that it is cedar wood, it holds them fine. It is firm enough. But these are the cases I only use for an evening. I'm going out, or maybe if I'm going for a day, not more than that, because it won't help me keep the humidity levels and all of that for a longer period of time.
That was amazing.
And both of these are, since they were very customized and all this stuff, they cost somewhere around $200 each.
So the real question is, Usman, as you're showing all this, first of all, you have more of a collection than women have of purses. Have you realized that? I'm just letting you know.
No. We've not done that. There
I know we're not done. Oh, I'm aware. I see everything sometimes before we go on air, and you're like, look at this and look at that, and 7 of these and 4 of these. You're excited. This is like your coming out party. You get to show all your toys now for the next 4 weeks. You don't have to buy anything. It's awesome.
Listen, 4 weeks is lesser. It's only today I'm able to show this much because we don't have the princess here to riffraff and just kill everything and let us talk. See, once the princess is here, we'll not be able to talk.
Oh, I know. Princess is coming back next week, folks. Ali K. Boy, it says, boy, are you a cigar fanatic? Usman, yes. Usman is a cigar fanatic.
Thank you very much.
He's a fan. He's a cigar fanboy. There you go.
Now we are moving to, again, there are a lot of places. So these are all branded cigar cases. When I say branded, from a perspective of they have companies which have been there for long and they do stuff. Now I'm going to show you a few cases which are very unique, have all been made in China. And a couple of them have even come from AliExpress or Alibaba's subsidiary. So for a lot of people in the US, where if they might not have heard about AliExpress, it is like Etsy, or it's like in the Europe, it is like a junior kind of Etsy or Amazon or something like that, where you can order things from.
So for you people and Jack, come visit and bring cigar cases from Alibaba. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get the plug in for Jack because he's coming back now to run Alibaba because he said Alibaba went to crap without him, and now Jack's coming back. So Jack is back. Yay, Jack. And to the panda, better known as G, I think he told him to come back. So there you have it. Now let us look at the cigar case. Now we talk politics.
So this is for the love of Cuba, because again that I got. So this was like welcome to Cuba and all that stuff, and this is a very nice.
Very pretty
on this whole thing. So it is a 3-cigar case. It is a 3-cigar case with La Bodega del Medio picture in it. Even after like 5-6 years, it is still hard to get it out. So the humidity hold is very, very nice in this one. So you see, it is very nicely done. It is a 3-cigar case, but since it is an older version, so the cigar model or the cigar thing that it can handle is not more than 52 ring gauge. So if you have cigars which are 52 or less than 52, you can have it. Despite the fact that this is a 3 cigar case, it can still be put in your pocket. So it can really work.
And if
Fun
I may
fact,
interrupt you for 1 second, Ali
yeah.
K has a question for you because you're showing cigars. He says, "But I have a question." Of course you do, Ali. Wouldn't be a show without you. Do you think that cigars that come with a cellophane don't need a hard case like a Cuban cigar that don't come in cellophane? That's an
Okay, first
interesting question.
I will come to that as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, so listen, are you going to actually answer this, or are you just making these people sit around for 3 hours until you actually answer this?
I'm gonna answer them right after like 3 to 4 minutes max.
Okay,
Once
I'm
I'm
going to
done
time
with
you. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So these two, again. And the fun part, this is a case which just costed me around $20. So this was
Wow.
yes, this was and $20 including shipping from China. Well, that's how it is, and it has been there. It's very very nice. Recently,
That you got on Alibaba, everybody. So you go to Alibaba, you type in Usman's favorite cigar case, and that one will magically appear.
Yeah. Now,
Okay, let's go with that.
I can share the links of that
Later.
we put on. Yes. Right. Now, this is a cigar case which I was gifted by a very dear friend based in Dubai, Ramzi, which is the new cigar case. And it says, "Be the sexiest cigar brand on earth." It is called the Vanity Fair, which is, again, made in Cuba. Oh, see, again, as Laura says, the case is available on Temu for $14. Exactly, Laura. I paid again $20 some point time, including the shipping. So yes, you're absolutely right. This is the similar range. You can find things a little bit more. This is the case which you can find again for $25. I'm saying this because I asked Ramzi, since a lot of friends asked me as they wanted to get it. So that's how I got to know the price. Otherwise, I would have never asked. Again, a very nicely done, a very nice case with with an ostrich leather kind of feel to it on the upper part, a very nice golden stuff. And the best part is it holds it has a lot of like strength that you need to involve to take it out, and it has again cedar lining, proper cedar casing. This is also not going to hold for more than 60 ring gauge, but again for 2 cigars, it is a very nice case, sturdy one that you can carry with you. You can put it back, and this is how it looks. So I think it's a very nice one. Again, $25, depending on wherever you're getting. AliExpress has the same. The last one for today is
just so we're clear. You're doing a lot of stuff here with AliExpress. So thanks to you, the Alibaba stock now is soaring. So now you're getting to the end of your smoke that was given to us by a stranger at the airport that tried to touch you. How is the smoke? Is it a good or is it bad? How are we doing with it?
Cigar is reasonably well. Cigar is very reasonably well.
Very good.
I would say it can be a very good cigar to keep in the humidor, especially for short smokes.
All right, guys.
Also, because you see a lot of half Coronas are either by A. Chapman or by Media Coronas, by Monte Cristo, and those small cigars. Again, a few of them are by Oyo de Monterrey as well. But they wouldn't be. So again, it can also be one of those that you can keep in that case, and that's how it is. The link is too long for the chat. Type in cigar case on search, and you should see it. Absolutely right, Laurent. Thank you very much for saying it. So the last one is also from China, which was done by, again, a friend based in Dubai, has a cigar store by the name of Cigar 1815. They have a website by the name of Hemingway Store as well. And they had done this for the Year of the Dragon. And this was a limited edition thing that they did specifically. So I have the number 19 of the 88. In this,
of course you do.
It was a cigar case with a lighter cutter. We will talk about the lighter cutter when we go to the lighter and cutter thing. But in terms of the cigar case, this is a cigar case for 3, again, Hemingway.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I've been busting your chops this whole time, but that one is absolutely beautiful. That's gorgeous.
So you take it out again. It is a very very similar feel and design pattern to the very first one that I showed, which was the ST Dupont. So a metal
Okay.
base, in this case it is silver, and a leather casing on top of it, which is in terms of again the red one. So and has to take a lot of strength to put it back and take it out. But this is for three
Right.
cigars. So whenever I have to go somewhere to carry this kind of stuff, so I can take this one with me. So this is three cigars up to 64 ringgit can very easily be taken with it as compared to the ST Dupont two cigar case. So with that, today we have around 10 cigar cases that we've talked about, and I've been talking a lot about that part. Now, coming to the questions, you will have to give me 1 second, and I will be with you.
Are you serious? We're going to do this where you black yourself out? Unbelievable. Princess has to go do something. I did find the link, boys and girls. What I'm going to do for the cigar case, that is the Cuban cigar case, while Princess is getting herself all pretty in hair and makeup.
No, I'm back.
She's
Very
back.
much here. See, there was
ahead.
an irritating beep I was hearing from one of the humidors. So I just
Oh,
turned it off.
I thought you were talking about Rizzo was calling you. So anyway, I did find the link. I tried to put it in there, and to Habano News, Laurent's thing. It is a little long. If you want to click it. But I will stick it in the description after the show. Once again, we're not getting paid by Sumo to promote it, but it is the Havana case. It is $15.78 US, and it says it's almost sold out. Sure, it is. Anyway, so there you go.
Yes.
If you want it, I'll put the link up so you guys can find it and get it, and then there you go.
Yeah, so Laurent, absolutely. This is coming from George in Dubai, who owns Cigar 1815 and has the brand name for accessories as Hemingway. So that was the entire case, since it was a special edition, was for 1,000 dirhams, which is somewhat around $300. So a cigar case, a cutter, and a lighter, and that too also because it was a limited edition. They have the regular ones for much cheaper pricing.
Do they still have the dragon stuff available, or is it no more dragons?
They do have. If you want,
can you give me after the show? I need his information because I want a dragon. I want the dragon cigar case.
Absolutely.
That's a beauty.
Absolutely.
That's coming to the yacht. So
okay, perfect. Sounds good. Now, moving on and getting back to the questions that we're talking. Since the first question I put on hold was by Army, which is Shariar's Army, is okay. If you can carry either a spear or a perfect draw, which one would you choose? See, if I have one choice only, then I would definitely take a perfect draw, because perfect draw can double for the spear at the end if you use it wisely. Because if you only have a spear and you have draw issues or something like that, the spear is not going to help. And the only thing you're going to be doing is either sucking it on without
pleasure. Show.
Yes, of course. We're talking about the cigar for now, or else, or you would ultimately throw it away, as few of my friends do in most of the cases. So yeah, in that case, I would say I would keep a cigar. I would keep a perfect draw with me. Having said that, by now I'm sure a few of you would have guessed, I keep kind of everything with me when I am going out and traveling. So in my pouch, you have a cigar, spear, a perfect draw, and to avoid stupid issues of the lighters, I have the Cigar tool for lighter adjustment and the air passage blockage cleaner. So which we will come to sometime in one of the shows. So that's how it is. Now, over under said, perfect draw never worked really good for me. I prefer to dry box the cigars if the draw is. I agree with you, but not everyone has the luxury of having a humidor which has the dry box facility. Now,
hold on.
Dry box
explain what a dry box is. I'm assuming half the fans have no clue.
I'm exactly coming to that. So a few of the humidors, the good ones and the expensive ones, such as Raching for one example, has the option that in a cigar humidor, there is a section which is a small dry box, which is if you have over humidified your cigars or if you have under humidified your cigars, you can keep them in that which is called as the priming or dry boxing portion. So you keep them for 45 to an hour or 45 minutes to an hour, and that's where it brings to the ideal humidity and temperature where you want the cigar to be or you like smoking, and then you can take it out and you can smoke them, and I think that's good. Now, with having said this, one of the things that a lot of people talk about is I have issues with my cigar, they're plugged, they're this and that, mostly in the Cuban's case. Trust me, for a long time, I was very much like, yes, Cubans have this problem. Sometimes they're plugged, sometimes that. For the last 5 years, at least now, if I look into the boxes and the dates, from the 2020, 2021 onwards, I am yet to come across cigars which have plugging issues or draw issues, because they've really improved on their quality. The only time you would find this is if the humidity levels on the cigar are off. So which means if your cigar is under humidified or over humidified, or during traveling, you've effed it up or someone else had effed it up. So it is always great to buy them from right sources and keep them in a proper conditioning, which is, in my case, I keep them between 16 to 20 degrees, depending on the weather conditions in Pakistan, or in terms of temperature. And when we talk about humidity, I keep them somewhere between 65 to 69 kind of relative humidity, because that's where I like to smoke my cigars. If you want them for long-term aging, you can keep the temperature lower and lower the humidity to even 62, 63. But that's how it is. I would never ideally go beyond 70, because to me that is too humid and you have to light it up or relight it up in terms of the cigar. So that's where we end the question of the dry boxing part.
Very
Alike,
cool.
thank you for your comments on the collection part. I have a question. Do you think that the cigars come with okay? In terms of the cellophane and non-cellophane, it does not matter to me, because see, cellophane is also breathable, and cigar and cellophane is still there in a lot of non-Cubans. A lot of non-Cubans even don't put cellophanes. For that matter, a lot of padrones don't come in a cellophane, and that's how it is. So cellophane or no cellophane does not matter whenever you're putting them in a cigar case. That is just an added protection. I feel that way. It helps when you're aging them for long. And I know that in a few of the Middle Eastern countries, they are too considerate that even, and also from a hygiene perspective, in a few of those lounges, they ensure that even the Cubans, they themselves put them in cellophane before displaying them, to ensure that they're there, they continue to age well, and also they're not really damaged by hands and people who are there.
Right. Very nice. I think you've answered all the questions. Look at that. Who knew an hour?
All due respect, but Usman, avoid these questions like a politician. Thank you very much. I'll take this as a compliment on that part.
I don't think it's meant as a compliment, my friend. Trust me when I tell you, that is not a compliment. If he's telling you answer questions like a politician.
I know on that part, but
he wants you to. Next week, Rizza will be back, and I'm sure when Rizza comes back, we will have all the intrigue and controversy that we usually have. Oisman is our elder statesman, even though he's 14. It's the beard that makes him look older. That's why. So Rizza will be back next week. He's going to tell us about his visit to Nazi land, and a show that he went to called Nazis Are Us. We're very excited to hear about that. Next week, what accessories or what are you going to talk about next week? The carbon stuff?
Again, we're taking it from Ali K's thing, and that is what my own plan was, that we will finish first the cigar cases and the travel cases. So this week we were in terms of cigar cases. Next week we'll talk about the travel cases, where you can take your cigars and a few of the accessories with it. Having said that, the last thing, and as when Stephen had put in the link, he says, what are your 5 favorite cigar cases? Now, it is very, very difficult for anyone to answer that, especially a kid like me who likes to have all of his. It depends on the mood which I'm going to. But I have no denial in saying that my newest, my latest favorite, of course, unless something else comes in, or in any case, from the perspective of the beauty and all that stuff, I love the Pilibra cigar case, and especially this one, because
Yep.
this represents my country's national color and the flag insignia. So there is a personal sentiment to it. That's why I like it, and it is a beautiful case done from that perspective. The second case that I really like is the Esther Dupont. Of course, you can't go wrong with it. It's a greatly thought through accessory. It's a high end accessory, and the money you spent on it.
Wait, hold that
One-
thought. We have over, from Germany for dry boxing. I use an old humidor, which isn't humidified. Personally, from my experience, if Cubans are stored at 65%, most of them have a good draw, especially in the summer. 69% is too much. Unfortunately, 69 is my favorite number, so that's going to be a problem. Okay, you may tell us your
Okay,
next cigar.
I agree with you. Again, see that there's a reason I keep my cigars in 65 to 69.
Right.
That is also a good idea. If you have spare humidors, if you don't have an electric humidor, and if you have spare desktop humidors, you can dry box them. But again, it depends on how can you ensure a relative humidity. So if the temperature outside is too high, you can't really keep it at a 65. But yes, of course, everyone can figure out themselves. If you are able to do that, please by all means do that, and it is a great thing.
Very
So
cool.
two of those are those. Then the third cigar case that I really like is the cigar case with the Cuban flag on it by the London Cigar Holder. I really love that, purely from the love of Cuban cigars, the Cuban flag, and the kind of products that come from Cuba. So that is
Right.
again something which I really like. The fourth one that I like is my cigar case from Cigarte, which is from a perspective again to do with the Habanos and my affection for the Habanos. And this is the La Casa del Habano. So red, and a very subtle red maroon kind of thing. The last one which I will talk about is again Hemingway.
That's my favorite.
Again, that is one I really like because
So show that again. Don't go fast on that one. Take your time. Be sexy with it. Slowly open the box. There we go. Look at that. That's a beauty. That is my favorite. That is absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry. That's beautiful.
Thank you very much. Once we get to the cigar cutter and the cigar lighter, you would really like the cigar cutter and lighter in this one because it has some unique features. So it is a very thought through one. So I would say out of the 10 of these we're talking about, these 5 are my all-time favorite cigar cases that I like to carry with me and enjoy them for my cigar experiences. Before we get on to the part where we might want to end, if we again, really good cigar. I would say if you're someone who wants to explore things, there's no harm in trying. I know there are a lot of Cuban only smokers. For them, yes, I mean you wouldn't want to go there, fine. But if you want to, why not? I mean, give it a try. There's no harm in it. I just try things out also from a perspective of knowing what is out there and what are other people doing. Till 2019, 2020, I was absolutely like the same, just a Cuban smoker. But I think COVID, availability, shortages, and a lot of pricing also has impacted that I have now around 10 to 15% non-Cubans that I smoke because of all of that, and also because some of them I like. So I think that's what the take is on all of that.
That's very cool. Well, I like like I said, I will put the link for the Cuban cigar case below when we do the description for the show. If anybody wants to go to Timo and get that, and then I'm not going to give anybody the link on the Dragon one. I want that, so I'm selfish. So there you have it.
On Instagram, Luxury Studio said, Salam, which brand is this? The one in your hand. Unfortunately, since I was talking, I was only seeing the comments on YouTube.
I think he's
live
talking about the cigar, my friend. I think he was talking about the cigar.
Oh, okay, perfect. If you're talking about the brand cigar, we already described that. If you were talking about the cigar case, I'm sorry I couldn't see the message at that time. Otherwise, I would have responded to that.
And you'll have to go back and rewatch it when we rebroadcast it. See, the way the rebroadcasting works, we rebroadcast the show on YouTube in about an hour or two after we're done. On Instagram, it's Princess's Mood. If she feels like it was a good show, like when Aaron was on, that goes out before we even get done editing for YouTube. If she feels it's not like to her standards because of her hair and makeup, the beard, it comes out later today or tomorrow. So this show will be on Instagram. And what people keep forgetting, the live show is still on the channel. It constantly runs. We just rebroadcast it. So you can catch the live show, not live. You can catch it as a premiere, or you can go to Instagram on any of our IGs and you can catch it there. So if you missed anything, catch it there. If you have any questions, you can text or email the show and we'll get you or try to get you the answers, or so you can save your questions for next week. So there you have it.
It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
But I think it was an interesting show where we talked about a lot of accessories today.
Yeah.
A couple of new cigars. Mostly the people who are based in the Middle East are doing that. You're gonna smoke petrol afterwards. I'm gonna
smoke this one, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of my smokes today. It's the Petro. Yep. I'm going to enjoy that. And then after the Petro, just so we don't leave out Cuba, I'm going to smoke the Magnum 54, which is a beauty. And I got to thank Mr. R. Mr. R, thank you so much for this. This is a beauty. I'm smoking that one. And then, because I just want to piss Usman off, I'm going to smoke the Long Story from Hemingway. And then to top off the weekend, we have the beautiful Opus X. So there you go. Those are the cigars for the weekend, kids. So everybody that was asking.
So that's what it is we have from here. Of course, we don't have Princess. So yes, it was slightly downer from that perspective. But I'm sure next week once he's there, our talking time, or at least my talking time, will be reduced by half.
Oh, your talking time will be none. You'll have no talking time next week. You get it all in today. We can listen. If you need to do 4 more hours, we're here for you, because we know next week you're going to be down to, like, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes.
No, that's why. See, the reason I kept the cigar cases today and the travel cases next week, because the travel cases number is slightly smaller. Of course, not that small, but still slightly smaller than this one.
Sure.
There are different kinds that I have and I'd like to show. But yeah, we'll take it when we get there.
We'll do it as we do. So fans, we want to thank you, because as the clock on the wall goes, I'm going to take us back to the go look at the yacht. So we have to go look at the personal yacht before we move, and we have to move the helicopter. That's a full day. We will be back next Saturday live with the whole crew, with Usman and the princess. Well, he's a princess too. The hair and makeup, if you only knew what that was like. The cost on that, the bill that I get, hair and makeup is, please. And I will be here and as your lovely host that just sits here like Carol Merrill from Let's Make a Deal with Monty Hall. My job is to sit here and look pretty and then push buttons that David left me. So I'm very excited about that. But we thank all our fans. Thank you for watching. If we can help you with anything, let us know. If not, we will see you all next Saturday. And like I said, we'll put some links below for some of the accessories. And that's it, kids. We're done. We'll see everybody next week. Usman, any final words before? Don't forget to subscribe and like. And other than that, what do you got?
I would say thank you for not showing up today, Raza. We really enjoyed the show today. Without you, we were able to do a lot of stuff. We were able to talk to a lot of people, and we were able to talk a lot of things. So thank you very much for not being here and giving us the excuse that you were there. We know you were not there. Otherwise, you would not have been texting us back here. So next time, do us a favor, be here, and then do whatever the F you want to do.
There you go. All right, kids. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Tell your friends. We'll see you all next week on YouTube and Instagram. Cheers, everybody.